Imagine standing on the edge of a cliff, the wind howling around you, thunder rumbling in the distance, and waves crashing against the rocks below. These forces of nature, as overwhelming as they may seem, can often mirror the turmoil we sometimes feel in our very souls. Each one of us, regardless of age, background, or experience, encounters periods where life's challenges seem as vast and unending as the deepest oceans. Yet, isn't it in the darkest nights that stars shine the brightest? Just as a lighthouse guides lost sailors, there exists a timeless beacon of hope for all of us. Psalm 46. This isn't just an age-old chant or a poetic verse. Instead, it's a lifeline, a call, a declaration that amidst the loudest storms and the harshest winds, there is a strength and refuge that we can turn to. Today, together, we are not merely discussing words penned down millennia ago. We are embarking on a transformative journey. It's a journey to rediscover and rekindle our faith, to understand deeply that even when we feel alone, there's an eternal embrace waiting just for us. So, whether you're seeking comfort, searching for strength, or simply curious, stay with us as we navigate the profound depths of Psalm 46. Allow yourself to be immersed in its wisdom, to be uplifted by its hope, and to be sheltered by its promise. Close your eyes for a moment and picture yourself amidst a vast, dense forest. The trees tower over you, with their leaves rustling in the wind. As you venture deeper, dark clouds start to form, hinting at an impending storm. You can feel the weight of unease in your heart. It's in these moments, when the darkness encroaches, that you look for a sanctuary, a place of safety. This analogy, simple as it may sound, resonates deeply with the essence of our lives. As we traverse the intricate pathways of existence, each of us is familiar with the metaphorical storms that rise without warning. Whether it's the sudden loss of a loved one, an unexpected turn in our career, a health crisis, or the myriad challenges that life throws at us, we've all been there, haven't we? That feeling of being lost, cornered, or overwhelmed. Now, imagine in the heart of that dense forest, you stumble upon a sturdy, protective shelter, a haven that's been standing there for eons, its foundations deep-rooted, its walls unshakable. This is the embodiment of Psalm 46:1, when it states, "God is our refuge and strength, an ever-present help in trouble." It's not merely an abstract concept. It's a tangible promise. It's a declaration that when the skies of our lives turn gray, when hope seems like a distant dream, there's an unwavering fortress we can turn to. But recognizing this, refuge requires more than just a passive acknowledgement. It demands faith. It requires us to look beyond the obvious, to delve deeper into our spiritual beliefs, and to genuinely understand that even in our loneliest moments, we're never truly alone. Psalm 46:1 is not just a verse, it's a commitment from the divine that irrespective of how tumultuous our journey becomes, there is always a higher power, ready to shield us, to uplift us, to grant us the strength we so often seek. Embracing God as our refuge is not about escaping reality. It's about enhancing our understanding of it. It's about realizing that in this vast, unpredictable expanse of life, there's a sanctuary of hope, love, and strength always available to us. So, as we dive deeper into our exploration today, let's carry this fundamental truth in our hearts. No matter how intense the storm, no matter how fierce the challenge, in God, we have an eternal refuge. A refuge that neither falters nor fades, but stands steadfast, waiting to embrace us in times of need. As we pause and reflect, it's important to consider how cultures and civilizations throughout history have perceived the idea of refuge. Tribes sought protection in fortified encampments. Ancient civilizations built grandiose walls around their cities. Even today, in our modern era, we invest in security systems, insurances, and other means to protect ourselves and our loved ones. But isn't it intriguing? Despite these physical shields, our hearts still yearn for something deeper, something more profound. Diving further into the layers of Psalm 46:1, there's a profound realization awaiting us. While the word refuge often evokes an image of a physical sanctuary or a tangible shelter, the refuge the psalm speaks of transcends the physical. It's an emotional, spiritual shelter, a sanctuary for the soul. Picture yourself, once again, in that dense forest. As the rain pours, it's not just the external wetness that bothers you, but the internal dampness of despair and uncertainty. God, as our refuge, doesn't just protect us from the external rains, but dries the internal dampness, replacing it with warmth, hope, and clarity. There's a term in ancient scriptures, harbor of the heart. It refers to a place where our soul feels anchored, safe, and understood. That's the kind of refuge God promises. It's a promise of understanding when the world seems perplexing, a promise of strength when our reserves seem depleted, and a promise of steadfastness when everything else seems transient. And the beauty? It's ever-present. This refugee doesn't have visiting hours. It's not conditional on our deeds or our status. Whether you approach it at the break of dawn with gratitude in your heart or in the deep silences of the night with tears in your eyes, the door is always open. So, as we internalize this concept of God as our refuge, let's make a conscious decision. A decision to step away from fleeting shelters and step into the eternal embrace of the divine. To recognize that, while the storms of life are inevitable, so is the presence of an unwavering refuge that promises not just protection, but also an unmatched love and warmth. Let's take a moment to think about strength. Now, what comes to mind? Perhaps you're picturing a robust tree with roots digging deep into the earth, or a mountain standing tall, against time, or even an athlete showcasing raw physical prowess. These images, while powerful, only scratch the surface of what real strength signifies. Delve deeper into your memories. Recall a time when you stood up after a staggering setback, or when you held on just a little longer despite overwhelming odds. That resilient spark within, that sheer will to continue, that strength in its purest form. Yet, as potent as our inner strength may be, even it has limits. But what if there's a source of strength so vast, so infinite, that it never wanes? Enter our next revelation from Psalm 46. God is our strength. Have you ever watched a river? On the surface, it seems calm, gentle even. But underneath that serene facade lies a force that shapes lands, carves out valleys, and powers civilizations. Similarly, God's strength isn't just about grand displays of might. It's the subtle, enduring force that flows beneath, guiding and empowering us in ways we often don't even realize. Think of it like the sun. Every morning it rises without fail, casting away the darkness and bringing life to everything it touches. We don't necessarily see all the energy it emits, but we feel its warmth and we witness its impact. God's strength works similarly in our lives. It's the silent backbone, ensuring we rise every time we fall, illuminating our path when shadows of doubt cloud our vision. Now, some might wonder, how do we tap into this inexhaustible strength? It's simpler than we think. It starts with acknowledgement. By recognizing that while our personal reservoirs of strength might deplete, there's an eternal wellspring we can draw from. It's about quieting the noise around us, finding moments of stillness, and connecting with that divine force. So the next time you feel your strength waning or doubt tries to sway your spirit, remember that you have a lifeline. A divine connection that's just waiting for you to reach out. Whether you're facing a minor hurdle or a mountain of challenges, lean on this everlasting strength. Let it uplift you, fuel you, and remind you that with God by your side, There's no obstacle too vast, no challenge insurmountable. Let's take this understanding a bit further. Imagine you're holding a lantern in a vast, endless night. The lantern's glow might illuminate a small radius around you, letting you see a few steps ahead. This light represents our inherent strength, our personal ability to overcome, and our resilience. It's valuable, no doubt, allowing us to tread forward even in darkness. But there are limits to how far its glow can reach. Now consider that high above you, beyond the blanket of dark clouds, there's a luminous moon, waiting to cast its radiant glow, lighting up vast expanses and guiding lost travelers. This moon symbolizes God's strength, boundless, unwavering, and all-encompassing. When we align our lantern's light with the luminance of the moon, that's when the magic happens. Our limited sphere of influence merges with the boundless glow of divine might, and suddenly, the path ahead isn't just dimly lit, it's brilliantly illuminated. But the question remains: how do we ensure this alignment? How do we sync our lantern with the moon? The answer lies in trust and surrender. Trust in the belief that God's strength is not just a poetic concept, it's an active, tangible force in our lives. Surrender in the sense of letting go of our ego, our need to control every aspect, and allowing the divine to guide and support us. Throughout history, countless individuals have testified to the miraculous strength they felt when they truly surrendered to the divine. These aren't just stories from sacred scriptures, they're experiences of everyday people, mothers, fathers, teachers, doctors, and even children. Individuals who, when faced with dire circumstances, found an inexplicable power within. Not because they were extraordinary, but because they tapped into something that was. In the journey of life, we are much like sailors. Our personal strength can be likened to the oars of a boat, essential for direction and movement. But God's strength? It's the wind in our sails, propelling us forward with a force and speed we could never achieve with oars alone. To wrap up this point, let's carry a visual with us. Every time you find yourself relying solely on your lantern, remember the vast luminescence of the moon above. Acknowledge your strength, cherish it, but also be open to the infinite power that's ever ready to support, guide, and amplify your journey. As we journey deeper into our exploration of Psalm 46, we now arrive at a turning point, a place of resolution and unwavering trust. Our third and final key point is about standing firm in faith. Let's set the stage with an imagery from nature to truly grasp this essence. Consider the majestic mountains, those great sentinels of the earth, standing tall and unyielding for millennia. They face storms, they brave extreme temperatures, yet they stand firm, resolute in their position. Similarly, think of the vast oceans with their rhythmic tides, sometimes calm, sometimes tempestuous, but always in a state of perpetual existence. These natural wonders, in all their glory, still face moments of upheaval. Mountains experience landslides, oceans witness tsunamis. Psalm 46 beautifully captures this sentiment, drawing parallels with our own life. It says, "Even if the earth gives way, even if mountains fall into the heart of the sea, even amidst the roaring waters and shaking mountains, there is stillness, sanctuary, and steadfastness in God." Life, in its unpredictable dance, will bring moments of tremors and trials. There will be times when our personal mountains seem to crumble, when the oceans of our emotions threaten to engulf us. But here's the revelation. It's not the absence of these challenges that defines our faith. It's our response to them. Standing firm in faith doesn't mean we won't have moments of doubt or fear. It means that in the face of those moments, we choose to believe, to trust, to hold on to that anchor of hope that God provides. Faith, in its essence, is not just about believing in the unseen, but about feeling the presence of the divine in every pulse, every breath, and every challenge. How often have we heard stories of individuals who, against all odds, against all logic, held onto their faith and emerged stronger, wiser, and more fulfilled? These are not tales of mere chance. They are testaments to the power of unwavering faith. So, as we reflect on Psalm 46 and its profound teachings, let's make a conscious commitment, a pledge to stand firm in our faith, to not just see it as a passive belief, but as an active force, guiding and shaping our life's journey. For in this faith, in this trust, we find our true sanctuary, our refuge, and our strength. Regardless of the storms, the quakes, or the tumults, with faith, we stand unshaken, anchored in God's eternal embrace. Building on that, there's a depth to faith that often goes unexplored. It's more than just a concept. It's a living, breathing entity, much like the roots of an ancient tree. Those roots, hidden from sight, delve deep into the earth, drawing nourishment and ensuring the tree's survival through the fiercest storms. Our faith operates similarly, grounding us, nurturing us, and ensuring we remain standing no matter the adversities we face. Have you ever observed how a child trusts implicitly? If you tell them you'll catch them when they jump, they believe you wholeheartedly and take that leap. That pure, unfiltered trust is the essence of faith. As we grow, life's complexities might cloud this innate trust, but the core remains, waiting to be reignited. Psalm 46 does not just ask us to have faith. It provides the very framework for it. By reminding us that even when the world seems chaotic, God remains our sanctuary, it nudges us towards reclaiming that childlike trust. To stand firm in faith is to stand in alignment with the universe, acknowledging that even in the face of colossal uncertainties, there's a grand design, a divine plan at play. It's essential to remember that faith is not passive. It's not just about waiting for miracles, but about taking active steps, knowing the divine is with us. Like a skilled potter molding clay, our actions, driven by faith, shape our destiny. Every challenge becomes an opportunity, every setback a lesson, and every victory a testament to the strength of our faith. As we've explored the depths of Psalm 46, before we conclude, let's unite our hearts and spirits in a moment of prayer. No matter where you are or what you might be going through, let this prayer be a balm to your soul and a fortification for your journey ahead. Dear Heavenly Father, we come to you with hearts full of gratitude, reflecting on the wisdom and solace of Psalm 46. In the face of chaos, in the midst of storms, you remain our constant, our anchor, our unfaltering refuge. Guide us, Lord, through the uncertain terrains of life. In moments of doubt, fill us with unwavering faith. In times of darkness, be our radiant light. And in instances of fear, envelop us in your boundless love. Teach us the value of stillness, of taking a moment to pause, to breathe, and to feel your eternal presence. Let Psalm 46 not just be words we read, but a living testament in our hearts, reminding us of your endless grace. Strengthen our resolve, Lord. When we falter, uplift us. When we stray, guide us back to your path. And as we continue on this journey, may we spread your message, becoming beacons of hope, love, and faith for all those around us. In your holy name, we seek protection, guidance, and blessings. Amen. Our journey through Psalm 46 has been one of profound reflection, of rekindling faith, and of finding solace in the eternal embrace of the divine. We've ventured deep into the heart of understanding, and I hope you felt that stirring, that gentle nudge within your soul, calling you to embrace God's unwavering strength and refuge. Life is an ever-changing tapestry of moments of joy, of sorrow, of challenges and triumphs. But the threads that bind this tapestry are eternal. They're woven with love, faith, and the guidance of the divine. Psalm 46 has reaffirmed this connection, and it's my sincere hope that it remains a beacon for you, especially during turbulent times. Now, as our time together today comes to an end, if this message has touched your heart, if it's offered you even a glimmer of hope or understanding, I kindly request you to like this video. Share it with loved ones, with those who might need a ray of hope or a reminder of God's everlasting presence. By liking and sharing, you're not just supporting this channel, but also helping spread a message of faith and hope. Remember, every ripple we create, no matter how small, has the potential to become a wave of change, of inspiration. Let's together ensure that this message, this reflection on Psalm 46, reaches and resonates with many more souls searching for refuge and strength. Thank you for joining us on this journey. May faith be your guiding light, and may you always find sanctuary in the embrace of the divine.